I was surprised by the number of requests to show how I drew the rose before I proceeded to paint it. And I find this to be the best part. I just love drawing, and I'm going to use a pencil here, a very simple pencil, nothing fancy about it. And I'm using just printer paper, just so I can practice the shape. So let's start off with an oval, and then I always place that first petal. That's going to be the most important one, and that one's going to be the one that we see the most, therefore it will receive the most attention. And then all the other petals, the most important part is, no matter how free and flowing and odd they might look, they all have to come back to that very center point, to that receptacle that's holding it all together. Now, do you notice how important it is to start with that oval, because that will give us a guideline as to where to put the other petals. Keep in mind that they all overlap. So even the petals that are in the background, those will overlap each other as well. So the lines should not be converging. Just put one kind of underneath the other. And then this receptacle and these little parts that kind of come away are the most important part that designate a rose from any other flower, especially when you're drawing it from the side. So I think that they can be just really playful, and they can add a lot of character to your flower. Now, when it comes to the stem itself, it's very woody. So this is not a cute little swoosh of the pencil. It has to have a little bit of thickness to it. Don't forget the little thorns. And then when it comes to the leaves, I adore drawing these. I just let them go loosey-goosey. It doesn't matter that they're perfect at this point, because when I do paint them, I can fix it. But here, I just want to give them the movement and the character that I'm after. So just let them go in every direction. Notice that they all grow from a little node, so put that in first and then start putting out little connecting branches that will hold all the leaves. So make sure that some of them are behind the stem, some are in the front. Let them go in every direction, because that, again, is going to give you the most, I think, interesting looking flower. Now, here's another little tip. Don't draw a center vein and then make the two sides identical to one another. You notice that in my drawing, one of the sides is always bigger than the other. It's the variety that gives them interest. Now, the idea is keep practicing, do them over and over again. As you can see, I'm not using any fancy paper, and here I went straight in with a fountain pen. This builds confidence, so give it a try.